Hey, what's good, y'all? It's Gabe Rosado with Mi Gallo. We're here with the legendary champion, Canelo Alvarez. Pleasure, man. Thank you for your time, bro. Um, Man, you're doing big things with Turkey Al Shape, man. And you've done so many things in the sport of boxing, 20 years plus as a professional, right? Fighting in Saudi Arabia, man. What was that experience, man?
It was a little weird. Was a little weird, especially because it was in the very early. So my body feels like where am I? No, feels a little weird, but I learned something and was very special for me. Go there and have the experience to fight in another country. At the end of the day, was one of my dreams and it was good.
Yeah, that's what I expected because when I did a fight over there, commentating when Ramirez fought, and the time changed, man, I was tired. I was tired. I never got used to it. So I remember when you fought and the pace was slow, but I was like, man, if you don't gotta force the action, it's like I'm gonna just cruise through the fight. Pretty much that was your
Yeah,
mindset.
pretty much because my body feels like a I don't know without energy. I don't
Yeah,
know how I feel that night, and obviously my opponent don't want to
yeah, you fought.
try to win or fight or something, and it was a little bit weird. And Eddie obviously told me, hey, you need to be patient because if you try to go in there and try to do something else, he's gonna start laughing
Yeah,
you or slapping you or something and win the rounds. So we two or three punches, you're gonna win the round because he's gonna run all the way.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's what I did, and a win is a win, but I don't really enjoy that.
No, I know, man. I know. Look, man, this fight right here is legendary. Netflix, man. This is huge in this big stadium. A lot of people, right, when the fight was first made, I'm thinking to myself, Crawford is a small guy, right? But really, he's really not.
No.
He's a strong guy, right? But now that a lot of people in the media are kind of forgetting who Canelo Alvarez is, does that give you fuel to say, kind of push it extra and just not cruise to the fight, but really make a statement
No,
with
no,
Crawford?
I always people can have opinions. Everybody have different opinions, and that's fine. And especially in big fights, and for me that's fine. No, but at the end of the day, I know what I need to put in the fight. I know what what kind of fighter is Crawford. He had pride. He's a good fighter, and I need to put everything I know there. And like I say, people have opinions, and they always gonna have opinions, no matter what. So, but I'm focused 100% on the win.
It's really easy for people to have opinions for this fight because every time I see fights of you and I watch fights of Crawford and I study, the fight to me goes 10 different ways because I see good things that Crawford does and I see good things that you do. Um, Having Boots Ennis in your camp, I fought his brother. I fought Pooh back in like 2009. But you had his brother Boots, man. He was I thought he was great work. How was that for you?
Yeah, very good work. He gave me good work, and we have history because Pooh 14 years ago helped me for the preparation for Mosley.
Yeah, yeah.
So and was a good work, and he's fast. I think a little faster than Crawford, and he's pretty similar. And when you have good partners in the gym, that's amazing. It's very hard to find sparring like world champions
Yeah,
or number one contenders or something like that. Because they have egos and everything, and I understand that. But
yeah,
now for this preparation, I have really good sparring partners, and I appreciate that.
no doubt. Another thing, I want to give you a shout out for calling out Dana White. He was saying boxing's gonna be like the NBA boxing, and you,
More Max, you know what I mean.
yeah, yeah,
He starts saying like, yeah, he starts saying like boxing is not that big anymore, and UFC. And what do you mean?
I think it's the greatest sport.
Yeah,
It's the
what do you
greatest sport.
mean?
Yeah,
Everybody want to go there
yeah,
and fight, right? Even the UFC fighters, and I don't have anything to them, but you need to say the truth. I don't know what he coming with that, but boxing is boxing.
What do you think makes boxing the most pure sport? Because I truly believe boxing is the greatest sport because I think it's the hardest sport.
Yeah, the technique. You need to have the technique, the preparation, the mentality. Everything is there. Is a lot of rules to make you better and fighter. No, no. I think boxing is the most beautiful sport, contact sport in history.
For sure, man. Man, just one quick shout out to the fans watching with Mi Gallo. I think me being Boricua, Puerto Rican fans love you, man. So a lot of times they talk about you and they say the face of boxing and they say, they represent the Mexicans. But in reality, man, you've passed that. It's like all the Latinos love Canelo Alvarez, man. So how does it feel being the face of just Mexican boxing, but just boxing, period?
No, I feel great because at the end of the day, is what it's all about, right? I start boxing because I say one day I'm gonna be the best and represent my country, and now I think I represent all the Latinos, right? And I feel proud and grateful with all my fans, and that's what I'm here because I love what I do.
Thanks, man. I appreciate having you, man. And you're an inspiration, bro. What you're doing in boxing, the longevity this is a tough, hard sport, man. And to be at this level on the top this long, this many years, man, says a lot about you, man. I respect you. You're a great fighter, man, for sure. Thank you, man.